fix me a quick sandwich and a cup of coffee. I gotta get back to work.
Hey, all you wusses. Wake up!
I have a few very unusual tricks.
I'm gonna kill the bitch.
What we've got here is...
Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound.
Who do you think you are?
As of now, I am in control.
Lanigan and Webster on Magic 105.7.
Good morning, Cleveland. Early. I'm John Lanigan.
And I'm John Webster.
And here we go again.
Here we go again.
Bad morning, too, so far.
Bad? Why is it bad so far?
Bad morning so far, okay? It's just been a bad morning.
Well, I mean, we just started.
Like that. I don't care. It's been a bad morning.
Like how?
I don't know, just bad. Woke up this morning. I couldn't wake up. Do you ever have those nights where you sleep really deep?
Yeah.
And you just can't concentrate. You can't wake up.
Right, I know what you mean.
I know you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, you know me.
Not that well, but I mean, I'm well enough to know that you're probably in a continual daze. So that's kind of what I felt like this morning.
Yeah. Right.
Kind of like...
You might be catching whatever I have. Maybe you caught it.
I hope not.
Oh, I do too.
But I feel like I've got something.
Oh, so do I.
Drove to work this morning, got stopped by a cop.
No.
Told me I was weaving.
Yeah.
I said, I know. I got to finish this scarf before Christmas, okay?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that took him a while to finish writing that ticket up. Doesn't seem to have much of a sense of humor at this. What is this old man back here?
That was a rough one. Weaving.
Well, it's
Weaving.
early, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's early, Jimmy.
And he's not well.
Who asked you for critiques anyway?
I'm not
Who asked
feeling
you
too
to
well.
critique the show? I've got enough problems as it is. Couldn't wake up this morning. I got stopped for weaving. I've got to deal with people here that are buffoons and bozos and
I'm a little fluey.
And you're what?
I'm a little fluey this morning.
You're fluey?
Yeah, I have a little flu this morning. In fact,
I'll give you a clue here.
Yeah?
Don't come in this room.
Yeah, well, you can't catch it anymore. I checked.
I don't care.
In fact, you probably already got it, and it'll probably take a little while. Probably, a couple of weeks for it to incubate within you, and you'll probably get it about Christmas. Huh?
From you? I got it from you?
If you got it from me, yeah.
If I got it from you and it incubates in 2 weeks, that's how long you have to live.
Well,
just keep that in mind. If I were you, I wouldn't buy any more long subscriptions.
Yeah,
if I get it in 2 weeks from you, I'm coming back and kill you.
Well, you'll be in Florida about that time.
I'll be
when
back
you get
to
it,
kill
I
you.
think. I wouldn't worry. I mean, it's okay as long as you keep within.
You gave me the flu with that stupid bug that you've been carrying around here and coming in here and sitting with us, and you gave it to me. I'm coming. I'm not kidding. I'm looking for you.
I've been to your condo. You're never more than 4 or 5 steps away from the bathroom. You'll be fine. You have 2 bathrooms, don't you? There. I mean, that's all.
I'm
you'll
not
need.
kidding. You give me the flu. I'm going to be back here, and I'm going to kill you.
Well, I hope you don't get it.
It's going to be a slow death.
It's I like what Sandy Bennett called it, the grungies. That's what I have, the grungies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, if I've got the flu, I'll tell you something. There's no escape for you.
No escape.
None whatsoever. I mean, when I get the flu, I'm not to be lived with.
I know.
I can crack walnuts with my butt cheeks.
I know. Well, no, you won't if you get this
I'll
flu,
be
buddy.
here, and
You'll
be out.
Afraid to. You'll be afraid to.
We'll see. But you just better keep that in mind.
But I did check and found out that the whatever I have, the grungies, whatever it is, if it was catching, it was catching long ago.
The grungies?
Before it, shows itself, you generally catch it. Everywhere, pass it around.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that's what a lot of women say about Malone.
Yeah, that's right.
Or it shows itself.
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't show it again. Well, it's 23 minutes until 6 o'clock with Lanigan, Webster.
I know it'll get
Malone.
better. It
It
just
won't
has
get
to.
better. There's nothing going to get better anymore. I just finally come to that
I
conclusion.
mean, you start off kind of like
Life
on a low end. You got nowhere to
bites
go but up.
the big one, okay?
Life bites the big one now.
That's it.
Oh,
Life bites the big one.
Wow.
Got to get out of bed at an ungodly hour. You're not awake. You're half asleep. You drive in the dark.
Baloney.
Nobody up and about at this hour. There's nobody listening. What the hell?
Oh, there are a lot of people listening. And, you know, I remember when we had an option when we first started the show, you said, we're starting at 5:30 because I like to get going.
Well,
Because it was, well, we all
I was
figured
up and
it.
about and working on. I don't care
Yeah.
anymore. I'm old and I've been working
Nah.
on. You know what you do? You try to get out of this. That's what you do. You work your whole life trying to find something so you don't have to work anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
but
all life is trying to find a way to come up with something so you don't have to. We talked about that yesterday, inventions and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Then the Japanese buy it up. I'm just waiting to invent something and have a Japanese buy it up from me.
Oh, that's a good idea.
If I could just come up with a good idea and the Japanese
Yeah,
come
but-
over and say, I don't want that being made here. I'll give you a lot of money and be made there. I'd say, no
Well,
problem here. Take it and go.
If you won the lottery, you'd still be in here
I won the
5:30,
lottery-
ready to go every
Well-
morning because, you know, it's what you do.
Not
It's
even
your-
close to what I'm going to do.
Huh?
You know, I've worked on a lot of inventions could have got me out of this.
Oh, yeah, you did.
A lot of things that I thought
Right.
would do it for me. The everything's okay car flashers.
Oh.
I thought those could be on every car.
Right, that is a good idea.
Didn't work
yeah.
out at all. The hula square. That was another one of my inventions.
The
Never
hula
caught
square,
on.
well, bumped a little as it went around, I
The
guess. you know.
four-way go signs I thought were going to catch on, too.
Yeah, that would be great.
Never seemed to catch on.
Darn.
Another one that I thought was going to be good would be really something that kind of revolutionary. The overhead sewer systems.
Overhead, yeah.
Nobody seemed to care about
Right.
it. The microwave hairdryer I thought was a great idea.
Yeah, that'd be real good. Yeah, just stick your head right in
Nobody seemed to care about that.
there. Right.
Gasoline-powered fire extinguishers I thought were going to
No.
revolutionize the industry.
Well, that does sound a little...
Finally gave up, and here
Yeah.
I am again this morning, ready to go. So
Magic 105.
I'm sure that's not true.
Satisfaction.
I can't get no satisfaction because the Stones got my share. It's 11 minutes before 6 o'clock at WMJ. I'm Magic 105.7 FM. Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones.
think
And I
they got
can't
their-
get no satisfaction.
They got their share of
can't get any.
satisfaction. Yeah, right.
It's called I Can't Get No Satisfaction.
Right, but if that had been the Four Tops, you'd be going, how come they don't know English is not hip? It should be, I can't get any satisfaction. No double negatives, please.
Thank you, Mr. Malone.
You're welcome.
10 minutes before 6 o'clock at WMJI, Magic 105.7 FM. We'll just eliminate any Four Tops records from the playlist from here on out, and then we'll never have to worry about that kind of criticism again, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry about it. We'll make this a lily white radio station, and we'll play only great white acts from here on out.
We'll be over. She'll be over at
Politically
6 o'clock.
correct.
Now, we're going to get a clean white forecast, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed.
You'll notice when it snows, snow is white. One of the great things about snow is it is white. The other great thing is when it comes down, it covers Webster's bald spot.
Yeah, that's
so there are
true.
two basic
I
good things
appreciate
to
it,
snow.
too, you know.
And here's
I
John
appreciate
Webster with his lily white forecast.
That's right, and the bald spot gets bigger every year. Yesterday's high was 60, the low was 38, the average was 49 degrees, so considerably above average yesterday.
A little advice to help you on your way.
Before you put a bearskin rug in your den, always make sure the bear is dead.
Yeah.
It's the tip of the day.
Really, definitely a good idea. WMJI, Magic 105.7 FM. Looney Tune Trivia Tuesday ahead.
Have you kids tried the eggnog they put out for us in the kitchen?
No, Carl, we
Well,
haven't.
apparently one of our fine listeners who's enjoying the holiday spirit dropped
Yeah.
off some delicious eggnog.
Great,
and I-
Carl.
I thought I might pour you all some. Here it is right here.
No, Carl,
Isn't that lovely?
we don't want any eggnog, okay? This is a radio show. We don't have time for
Well, then
eggnog.
what can I get for you, kind sir? Our chef is recommending Diet Sprite.
You may not have noticed, but we're in the middle of a show right now. We have news coming up. We have things
Not
to do
particularly,
right
but
now.
it's easy to miss if you're not paying real close
Thank
attention, if you get my drift.
Yeah, Carl. What do you want anyway? You
Well,
horses?
you remember my nephew, Thurman?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he's a teenager
I
now.
know.
He's in high school, about 17 years old.
Great, thank you.
He's having some problems in school.
How so, Carl? What's wrong?
Well, the kids are calling him a sissy. You know, he'd come home crying. So I said, Thurman, you have to learn how to defend yourself. And he said, well, I know, Uncle Carl, I know. So yesterday he came home smiling, and I said, what happened? Did the kids call you a sissy today, Thurman? And he said, yes, Uncle Carl, but this time I defended myself. Just like you told me, I hit him with my purse.
I don't believe any of this story, Carl.
All right, fine. Look, so to be that way, you don't want any eggnog? Wonderful. I can't get you anything, okay? Here, was this your glass or mine?
I don't know, Carl. Who's
Yeah. You don't know a heck of a lot.
No, I don't. No, I
Night
don't.
school would be some sort of help. Perhaps they have a course there in remedial common sense.
Good morning, anybody. Terry Anderson has begun his journey home.
Well, I'll tell you, downtown, what's that guy's name? Bobby Vanilla? What's his name? The ball player?
The one, yeah.
What's his name?
Bonilla.
Huh?
The guy who made Bobby Bonilla.
Bobby Bonilla, is that his name?
Mr.
Bobby
Choke.
Bonilla. Downtown yesterday, I saw Santa Claus sitting on his lap. Couldn't believe it. It's like, whoa, now I know what's really going on.
Was it $30 million over 5 years?
Santa's going, you know what else I want for Christmas? And this is another thing. Well, I can believe that, too. See where Brad Doherty finally hung up his stockings. He's ready for Christmas, hung up his stockings by the tree.
Yeah. Right.
Last year it took Santa 12 trips to fill them. It's going to be a long one this year, I got a feeling. Let's see, what do we have? Wally Joyner, is that his name?
Yes, Wally Joyner.
Wally Joyner's moved on now, and he's going to play for Kansas City.
Yeah.
Because he had a fight with Gene Autry's wife.
Yeah.
That's the rumor, yeah.
Give me a break. Give me a break. Gene Autry's wife had a fight with him? What,
Well,
he wouldn't give the bottle back to Gene? What?
Hey,
Hey,
John.
you either give him the bottle or we're not going to play you anymore.
Hey.
Fine.
Hey, come on.
Very vicious
Are you
today.
kidding?
Man.
Gene Autry?
Is he still alive?
Yes, he's
Yes,
still alive.
he is. And isn't that
He'll
weird?
live to be he's got to live another 100 years because he's preserved by alcohol so well that there's no chance the man could die. I mean, come on. They don't... Okay.
You're supposed to have compassion.
I've
for
got
the
a lot of
downtrodden.
compassion. Gee, the downtrodden?
Yeah.
The guy's a drunk, okay?
I can't believe you're calling Gene Autry a drunk.
Oh,
Oh, yes. He was out on his horse, right? He used to ride his horse into the studios at KMPC in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
They said, Gene's drunk again. Take the horse away from him. The police finally, he couldn't have a car. They wouldn't even let him near a car.
Yeah.
Tried to get in a car. It's like everybody's running for the hills.
Tell the story about Champion.
That is a good story. I wish you could use a real word.
He's the cheapest SOB in the whole world. His horse
true
champion
story.
died. True
Right.
story. His horse champion. Here's one of the great horses of all time.
Right.
Horse died. He remembered that Roy Rogers, when Trigger died, Roy had Trigger stuffed, so they got to keep him in the museum and have him around forever. So Roy told his vice president in charge of dead horses or whatever to go find out more about what it cost to get that horse Trigger stuffed so he could do it for champion. So the guy went out and got a hold of Roy Rogers and found out how much it cost to get Trigger stuffed and came back and told Roy the price and said, you know, Gene, this is what Roy paid to get Trigger stuffed. This is what it will cost to get champion stuffed. Right. Gene Autry took one look at him and said, bury the sucker.
His horse, boy.
Are you kidding? That was his horse. That was his, bury the sucker.
Yeah.
Oh, there's been a lot of great stories. There's George Foreman, of course. How many rounds did it take him to beat Jimmy Ellis?
Just three.
Three rounds. 3 rounds to beat Jimmy Ellis. He takes longer than that to eat breakfast, ladies and gentlemen.
He does.
It was a great fight.
Oh, it was a great fight.
Oh, my.
Yeah,
It'll
3
go down in
rounds.
history. Yes.
Yeah, George Ellis. Jimmy Ellis. And Jimmy was undefeated, wasn't he?
Yeah,
right.
That's
Jimmy
right.
Ellis was undefeated. Finished him off in 3 rounds. Actually, it's because his bucket of chicken was getting cold.
Oh.
We get back to it before it was too late. Oh, well, 13 minutes after 6 o'clock at WMJI. You know, they're having their winter meetings, right? Baseball meetings.
In Miami.
In Miami. And Fay Vincent, who is the commissioner, said spending is getting out of control and something has to be done to make salaries more fair. Here's another brilliant deduction by the commissioner of baseball. Spending is getting, we just paid 20. There's more money going to the one player than a lot of small nations make for a profit in 1 year. You know, as one guy makes more money than the entire team in Minnesota right now. That's right. Bobby Bonilla, $28-some million. And Fay Vincent said, look, it's getting out of control and something has to be done to make salaries more fair. Right. And the team owners actually stopped counting their profit long enough to applaud that particular statement. That was great. A lot of fairness in baseball when you pay one guy $28 million.
Man. That would be nice, though, to have it.
And I don't hold it against him at all.
No.
You can get it, get it. But come on, you're going to ruin the game eventually.
Man, I'm really disgusted. I stayed at a really cheap motel over the weekend, Fred's House of Sleep, and I can't recommend this to anyone. So don't, if you're out traveling.
Fred's House of Sleep.
Yeah, it was. I knew it was cheap at first. When I first walked in, they didn't have a TV that just threw an Etch-a-Sketch on the bed.
Yeah,
that was the first clue.
Yeah.
And then in the morning, instead of a wake-up call, they sent everybody a wake-up letter. So I just recommend don't stay
at Fred's
House of Sleep.
I hate to go to those motels that are the really cheap motels. You know, they have those little postcards in the lobby that you can pick up at the motel.
Yeah.
And in the postcard, the beds aren't made. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Snow skiing. 25 minutes after 6 o'clock at WMJI. It is Looney Tune Trivia Tuesday. Magic 3-day forecast.
Well, Shane Hollett says we're going to get a partly cloudy day today with a high about 43.
Look, I'm not buying a Christmas gift for every stinking person in your family.
But you're buying one for that Helen, and she lives clear across the country.
That's a completely different thing. Listen, she practically raised me as a kid. You barely even know these people.
You're really being unfair.
I don't care, Grace. Listen, I'm not made of money.
Where do you think you're going, mister?
I'm gonna go get a beer.
Wishing you all the warmth of holidays with family. From our family at Mickey Moose Beer.
Thank you. Let me get a check on Cleveland traffic right now. David Moss, the Mossman. Upper Plate. Stan and Doug at WMJI. Magic 105.7 FM. Let's Christmas time, 1991. Lanigan, Webster, and Malone. Remember last year about this time? Last year, if you remember about this time, pieces of the Berlin Wall were selling like fruitcakes.
That's right.
They were hotter than fruitcakes?
Hotter. Yeah.
Actually, as it turned out, they were quite a bit fluffier and lighter than fruitcakes, too, for those that did get some. Although Christmas fruitcakes are very, very healthy. I bench press them every morning, and they can keep you in pretty good shape if you have some around the house. 6:30 at WMJI, Magic 105.7 FM. Getting ready for Christmas time. Are you ready for Christmas time, Jimmy?
I am ready. I am absolutely ready.
You do have a gift for me, don't you?
No, I buy all my gifts after I see what I already got from other people.
It is 6:30 for the cheap Jimmy Malone. Necklace, but where did you get it?
Hey, now I won that.
You won the shoes too?
Yeah.
In the lottery of life.
You won the diamonds and the shoes in the lottery of life. How much you won for it then?
$1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take it. No
Okay.
problem. How much do you think it's worth?
10.
10?
Yeah.
Think it's worth 10,000?
Yeah.
I'll pay you 1,000 for it.
Okay. I'll settle for that.
You sure it's real?
I'm pretty sure it's real.
Where'd you get it?
There was not far from here.
Not far from here.
Yeah.
What is this? Is this your initials PR?
Well, okay, fine. Yeah, just keep it over there, and I'll look at it when we get off the show.
Super.
Thank you. Nice to have you bring that up this morning. I wasn't sure what to get for Christmas. 21 minutes away from 7 o'clock. WMJI, Magic 105.7 FM with Lanigan fencing gifts from Malone. It's great. Yesterday, by the way, a federal judge yesterday upheld the Pentagon's ban on allowing homosexuals to serve in the military. Federal judge said, nope, can't do it. No homosexuals in the military. You're going to have a sneak attack? We want it to be a real sneak attack. Judge ruled that policy promotes the maintenance of discipline in the military, and they're not going to allow the homosexuals in, okay? They upheld the ban, and it's going to continue like that. Hate people who are going on night maneuvers, and it's in the barracks. Imagine having gays in the military. Okay, I'm going to put you on report. You didn't have your belt buckled, your shoes, and your nails polished.
Why don't they just have a gay brigade?
The gay brigade. I can see their foxholes. Oh, they look lovely. I think I'll put the furniture over here, and I'm going to put the kitchen over here, and I'd like paneling on this wall, maybe some drapes on this wall.
I find this, now regardless of what you think about gays,
right?
His reasoning, because the judge said the military has the right because they must have the power if they are to protect soldiers and sailors from AIDS.
Right.
Now, based on that reasoning, I find this very disturbing ruling.
Right, it is. The maintenance of discipline and protecting them from AIDS.
Yeah. That I find that quite disturbing.
Because when you go in the military, one of the things they show you are these films.
Yeah.
These films.
Right.
That you'd never have sex again if you believed half of what was in those films, all right? I mean, that would be the end of it right there. You mean it can fall off? I'll never do it again. Don't worry about it. I'm out of here. Yeah, it is kind of a strange ruling. But he did uphold it, and so the ban stays. No gays in the military for now.
The military can do it. Suppose this radio station said, hey.
Anything's possible. I mean, close drill, though. Could be just too close for me, quite frankly.
Yeah.
You know, back off a little bit. Back off. Barbara Bush yesterday showed off the White House Christmas tree. It's up and it's ready to go. It's got 1,200 needlepoint ornaments created by volunteers. They include a white-haired, horn-blowing angel that looks a lot like Barbara. She said she's a little embarrassed about that one. That's going to be kind of interesting. It's a white-haired, horn-blowing angel that looks a lot like her. But this is all created by volunteers now, and she's a little bit embarrassed by that one because it's hanging by its thumbs. And actually, she said her hair was made of a much higher grade of yarn. And she said John Sununu will be part of the White House Christmas celebration. She said he'll be there, and I love him. And that's, of course, why George got rid of him. He's in charge of...
jeez.
All right, it's nothing going on. I don't mean to apply that. Barbara's a lovely lady. Sununu will be there. He'll be in charge of the Christmas dinner. He'll be cooking his own goose.
I think he already did.
Oh, okay. And actually, he wants to commander Santa's sleigh and fly to a stamp auction in Hong Kong while they're up there. So it should work out fine.
I don't know if you saw this story in the paper over the weekend. Archaeologists in Egypt claim to have found the oldest bakery in history. The bakery supposedly dates to 2,575 BC.
Absolutely, oldest bakery in history.
Man, supposedly it used to bake enough bread for 30,000 people a day, et cetera, et cetera. I have some doubts about this. Because on the news, they displayed a loaf of bread from the bakery, and it had a UPC symbol on the wrapper.
Yeah. See, the food was all petrified.
Yeah.
Except for the fruitcake, and it was still fresh. Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, anyway, you might say that was kind of the original Wonder Bread.
Oh, no. Could it be? Yeah.
Looney Tunes. Trivia Tuesday. John Lanigan, John Webster, Jimmy Malone at WMJI. MJI, Magic 105.7 FM with Lanigan, Webster, and Malone. What are we going to do next?
Last things first.
Last things first. That's right.
Hi, this is Roger Rabbit with my pals Lanigan and Webster, Lanigan and Lester, Lester and Haskell, Sliffman and Buttleman.
Roger.
Boy, I love names.
Now, what can you win today?
We got a family 4-pack of tickets to see A Christmas Story, which is all part of the Royal Holiday Film Festival at the Palace Theater Friday, December 20th at 7:30. Plus, a Lanigan and Webster Morning Show shirt courtesy of Daffy Dan.
It's going to be a great festival. This is something new for the Palace, and they're going to have a great theater movie Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to host all three of them. And we're going to give away prizes. They're going to have the lobby decorated. They're going to have Christmas carolers. They're going to have popcorn and hot cider and 3 great movies on Friday night. Christmas Story, shown on a giant screen in the Palace Theater.
Yeah.
One that was filmed in Cleveland after dark here. Also, the next night they're going to have, I believe it's Miracle on 34th Street.
Right.
3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon and 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. White Christmas, Irving Berlin's classic.
Great.
If you've never seen these movies on a giant, not on a home screen broken up with commercials, but on a giant screen, uninterrupted with a true Christmas spirit and carolers and fun, it's going to be a great event. Brand new for the playoffs. Should be a lot of fun at the Palace Theater. So we hope you'll be part of that. We're going to give away tickets right now.
All right, I'll give you the last line of a popular nursery rhyme. You just give me the first line. With vinegar and brown paper.
With vinegar and brown paper. That's the last line of a popular nursery rhyme. You give us the first line, and you'll be off to the Palace Theater, and you'll join me for one of those great nights.
Right.
578-1105 or 1-800-669-1057. Hi there.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
No! Thank you, sir, for calling, though. Hi there.
Hello.
What was it?
Jack and Jill went up the hill.
We have a winner.
Jack and Jill went up the hill, and let's see, Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came down with $1.25, I believe, right? Well, something like that. Yes, indeed, famous nursery rhymes. Well, what's your name?
Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Hello.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Good. Here's what you won.
I'm impressed.
Donna, we got a family 4-pack for you to see A Christmas Story, part of the Royal Holiday Film Festival at the Palace. This one's Friday, December 20th at 7:30, and your very own Lanigan and Webster Morning Show shirt, courtesy of Daffy Dan.
Twinkle, twinkle, little child star, how I wonder where you are. Learning lines for your next scene or holding up a Dairy Queen. Remember that one?
No, I don't
remember
remember
the famous
that.
one. Famous one. Okay. Ding Dong Dell, Swaggers in a Cell. You don't remember that one either,
No,
do
I don't
you?
remember any of these.
Okay, these are some of my favorite nursery rhymes. Swagger's goose is in the cooker. He got caught with a big hooker.
No.
Don't remember any of these. Well, all right, fine. Those are just some of my favorite poems.
That's redefining Mother Goose.
Yes, it is. Hang on a second. We'll get the information. You're a winner.
Now, a special Christmas message.
Now before 7 o'clock, 5 before 7 at WMJI Magic 105.7 FM. Quickly, the Magic 3-day forecast. Unusual place we haven't heard from yet. Let's do it this morning around unusual places. If you have a really unusual place, someplace you think will surprise, don't make it up now. If you got a real unusual place, someplace you think might surprise us, give me a call, 578-1105, and we'll do a quick Flex Club around your unusual place. 578-1105.
Super Flex.
All right, Flexers, 578-1105. Or 1-800-669-1057 for your unusual place. All right, let me see if I've got anybody here that wants to tell me what it was.
Yeah, the restaurant of the Charlie's Crab.
Where?
The restaurant of Charlie's Crab.
The restaurant at Charlie's Crab?
It's up there in Beechwood.
Yeah, whereabouts in the restaurant?
Oh, in the John.
In the bathroom? At Charlie's Crab?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Wait a minute.
Were you alone? You had a girl with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did have a girl. How old are you?
22.
22. You little jerk, you. You're out there. 20. You're sneaking off in the bath. How old was the girl?
Oh, she's 24.
24?
My girlfriend.
Ah, an older woman. So did you go to the girl's bathroom or the guy's bathroom?
The guy's bathroom.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, what do you think? Is some kind of pervert?
That's what she thinks I am.
Yeah, I'll bet she thinks you are. You know what? She's right.
Well, hey, I didn't have to coax her too bad, you know. I mean, she
You
just
didn't?
went in there.
What, did you go in first, like, and check it out and make sure nobody was there?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she didn't go back to her seat in the meeting. You probably figure why you were in there. She's going to go back and sit down. But she stayed and waited, and you came out and said, okay, it's all clear. Come on in.
If you were going to have sex with a woman, would you pick a restaurant called Charlie's Crab?
No, I wouldn't pick a restaurant called Charlie's Crab. No way. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Have a nice day. Hi there.
Hi.
All right, unusual places.
Oh, it's so many. Let's see. Top of the town, corner window.
Excuse me just a second. What?
Top of the town in the corner table.
The top of the town in the corner table.
Right.
Uh-huh.
I
Was this like
improvise.
during business hours?
Yes.
I mean, how could you... There were people eating there, weren't there?
Well, I had to
Hey,
improvise.
John.
I'm sorry, that sounded wrong. Were there people dining at the time?
On what?
No, never mind.
Final approach window. Let's see, Metro Park.
Well, we had to explain
Usually
some of
cars.
this.
I usually enjoy cars.
Cars.
Corvettes to F-150s, you know.
150 F-150s.
Right, trucks.
Yeah. Trucks.
They usually have more headroom.
Trucks have more headroom. I feel like I'm talking to Madonna.
What now? When you do this at a restaurant, is the service that bad that the waiters don't come around more often than that? What gives you this opportunity?
Well, it's not exactly...
It's not a full flex,
it's not
is
a
it?
full flex.
Oh.
Not exactly.
Yeah, we get the point here, okay? Thank you so much.
But most of the others are.
Oh, they are?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, those are just some are halfway and some are full flexes. All right, appreciate your call. Thank you very much.
Bye.
We'll be watching for you in our next restaurant. Yeah. I got to run on. Hi there.
Hey, Lanigan.
What?
I'm telling you right now, this was a full flex. Start to finish, ooh, baby, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
The confessional of St. Ignatius Church.
The confessional at St. Ignatius.
I was younger then.
I hope so.
Oh, but I'm telling you.
You animal.
Yes.
You will probably burn in hell for this one.
Yes, that's also true.
The confessional. So, like, were you giving confession at the time?
My wife and I were, at the time, I'm glad my mother-in-law's dead.
Yeah.
But we weren't married then.
I see.
And as a matter of fact, we were in the process of getting married. So we had to go to the church to see the priest.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, like, real popular to go to confession then.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, like, 8 confessionals. This is in the Ignatius grade school.
So you used one of them.
Well, it was in the back of the church. The lights were out,
I understand.
And we got tired of waiting and waiting and
I
waiting and
find
waiting.
this disturbing.
Plus, but it was an ooh baby. It wasn't bad, I'll tell you.
It wasn't, ooh, baby, it wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad.
I'm not even Catholic, and I find this disturbing.
Well,
Yes,
you might say...
All right, Billy, shut up. I want you to do the Stations of the Cross for me and call me back.
Well, we have the fear of God, Lord John.
I see. Thank you for calling.
Bye.
Oh, I mean, I'm a Catholic kid, brought up in a Catholic grade. My God, you never know what's going on around you when you sit down to a simple meal anymore, do you? All right, ladies and gentlemen, get ready because it's time for your quickie.
Whip it to me.
And God knows where you just had that quickie, but good luck to you. 7:03.
Good morning, anybody.
Lanigan, Webster, and Malone. United. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Unified. Unified Marketing of Michigan ran an ad recently offering to print names or company logos on condoms. A spokesman.
That's a big winner.
A spokesman says their phone has been ringing off the hook with orders mainly from fraternities, rock bands, and bars.
I'm not surprised. Wonder if you have to roll it out all the way to read the description.
I don't think you'll ever have to worry about that.
I guess not.
Oh, John, you set yourself up.
I guess so.
You might say they're taking advertising into new territory.
Yeah, they sure are.
But I mean, come on.
I'm not surprised.
We could have WMJ, Lanigan and Webster.
Condoms.
Right.
Wouldn't you like that?
Actually, for the Chinese or the Japanese, it'd be just like Lanigan. Then for like,
Oh, God.
and then for like the rest of the population, it'll be Lanigan and Webster.
Right.
Yeah.
And then for like in the black population, it'll be Lanigan, Webster, Malone, and Rizzo.
Yeah, right.
An equal opportunity employer.
And WMJI Magic 105.7 FM. 310 Lakeside.
Man, oh, man.
That'll just be on the right.
You know, along that same
That's
vein.
an interesting thought. I mean, they're going to, you see, they'll put advertising anywhere. You know that, folks. There's no doubt they'll put advertising anywhere they can. But, I mean, when you're trying to put a condom on and it comes in school colors, there's something wrong.
What I'm worried about, they start that scratch and sniff advertising on the condoms.
But they are doing very well. It's Unified Marketing. In case anybody's interested, I'm not sure
Man.
whereabouts in Michigan, but it is Unified Marketing, and they have an ad offering to print your company's name on condoms.
I'd say, though, if the girl starts reading the ad on the condom, you got a big problem up front. Yeah.
Oh, gee, where'd you get that?
Yeah. Good for 25% off.
In Los Angeles yesterday, they had 30 people dressed as large condoms.
30 people dressed as condoms.
Giving out prophylactics to promote their great L.A. condom put-on. It's an annual event out there. This is the best reason for staying in school, kids. If you don't want to have to spend your life dressed as a condom,
great
get it in.
condom put on.
They had 30 people dressed up like huge condoms.
How do you dress up like a condom?
I
You know
I
how
don't
you
know.
dress up like a condom, Shane. Don't play dumb.
Jeez.
Oh, it's a strange world, ladies and gentlemen. In Columbia, Missouri. Columbia is the University of Missouri.
Okay.
One of the great journalism schools in this country, matter of fact, Columbia, Missouri School of Journalism. A female journalist student took a job as a topless singing telegram messenger.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then wrote a news story about it and about her boss's efforts to make her have sex with the clients. In other words, the guy she worked for as the topless messenger also tried to get her to have sex with the clients. She wrote a story about it. Her boss has been arrested, and she has been offered $150,000 for the movie rights to her story.
Oh, man.
Oh, give me a break.
It's a good story, though.
Oh, yeah. And she's going to have a very well-rounded education. I think that's very important. $150,000. The guy goes to jail, and she gets her story and probably a master's degree and a great thesis right here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's research, folks.
A little bit of confusion last night. Big argument at my house. My wife was complaining, and she said, "Jimmy, I'm disgusted with the way we live. My mother has to pay our house note for us. My father pays our car note, and my grandmother pays for our electric bill." And I said, "You should be disgusted. You've got an uncle that's not giving us anything."
Yeah.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to go pee-pee.
Go pee-pee, go pee-pee, I can't explain it. Go pee-pee, go pee-pee, I can't explain it. Go pee-pee, go pee-pee, I can't explain it. Go pee-pee, go pee-pee, I can't explain it.
Oh, it's time for another exciting edition of Knuckle headlines in the news. 4 crazy headlines. 4. Count 'em. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 of them happened. One of them, Jimmy Malone made up. A man could work for the Enquirer. And now, here's what you could win.
Well, you figure it out, and you've got a $50 gift certificate, which can be used for the purchase of a Christmas tree or wreath to Kimmick's Landscaping and Nursery on Lorraine Road in North Olmsted.
Now, 4 headlines. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Number 1, hero cat saves drowning baby.
Cat.
Clever kitty calls for help.
Yeah. Cat saves baby.
Right. You got to train your cat. Number 2, heaven is not full. Bible expert says there's room for 80,000 more souls. Got to die quick, though, guys.
80,000.
80,000?
That's right.
Okay.
No.
Golly. Well, I'll just drive carelessly going home today, then.
Get in while you can.
I want to get there too late. Sorry, but we don't have any more room. Have to wait here in purgatory till people... What happens? Nobody goes. I mean, you can't die when you're there.
I mean, well, it's it. If you don't go now, you know.
That's what it says. Heaven's not nearly full yet, but getting close. All right, go ahead.
Number 3, Talking Eagle picks 3 lottery winners worth $35 million.
Okay, now, like, there's 3 of them, and I know that 2 of these can't be true.
Bird flaps his wings and calls out numbers.
Yeah, talks. All right, fine. Number 4.
Number 4, Christmas surprise. Dairy cow struck by lightning gives eggnog instead of milk.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've had the cat that saved the baby. Heaven is almost full. The eagle that talked and gave lottery numbers, and the Christmas surprise, the eggnog. Ladies and gentlemen, hard to believe, but it's true. Only one of those has been made up by Jimmy Malone. 3 of them actually appeared in some cheap, sleazy newspaper that Jimmy regularly reads. And if you can figure out which one that is, you'll win. Now, let's go back to the phone and see who's there. Hi there.
Good morning.
Which one do you think Jimmy made up?
How about Christmas surprise number 4?
The eggnog.
We have a winner.
Uh-oh.
We didn't fool him this week.
No kidding.
You mean heaven is almost
Heaven
full?
is almost full.
Right.
Only 80,000 more spaces?
Now, John, only because I care so much about you.
Yes?
I'm going to send you on your way this afternoon.
And the judge isn't going to buy this for a minute.
Oh, okay. I thought I might have a good alibi.
What's your name?
My name is Bob.
Hi, Bob. What city do you live in?
I live in Cleveland.
All right, Bob, here's what you've won.
Okay, Bob, we got a family... Wait a minute. No, for you, we've got a $50 gift certificate which can be used toward the purchase of a Christmas tree or wreath to Kimmick's Landscaping and Nursery on Lorraine Road in North Olmsted.
Hang on a second. We'll get the information. You're a winner. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good at Christmas. What a cute song. 7:30 at WMJI, Magic 105.7 FM. 5-play, 578-1105 or 1-800-669-1057 right now. And what can they win?
They can win, a family 4-pack of passes to any General Cinema movie theater, plus a Lanigan and Webster morning show shirt courtesy of Daffy Dad.
10 seconds on the clock. We'll give somebody on the phone and give them a chance to name 5 things in 10 seconds. Let's do it right now. Hello there.
Hello, Johnny.
You want to play?
Oh, I'll give it a try.
Okay, I'll give it a try for you, too. Okay, 5 things in 10 seconds. Can you do it? Okay, give me 5 things that use gas.
Planes, trains, automobiles.
That's it? Okay. I guess that was Elvis calling. Hi there.
How you doing?
You want to try 5 play?
Sure.
Okay, give me 5 board games.
Monopoly, Risk, Life, Trivial Pursuit, Rockmania, Boggle.
Got it.
Got it.
What's your name?
Calvin.
Calvin, hang on a second. You're a winner. Congratulations.
All right.
Here comes Santa Claus. All kinds of Santa Clauses out there, too. Did you know that?
I did not
There
know
are
that.
many kinds of Santa Claus. Santa Claus is all over the world. They've tried Santa Claus all over the world. A lot of people. There's like the Japanese Santa, but that never worked out because he like kept crashing a sleigh into cruise ships and stuff. Bam! So it never worked out, you know. The Irish Santa. Well, he did, okay?
Kamikaze Santa.
Yeah, kamikaze Santa, you know. They tried the Haitian Santa, but there's like 450 people on the sleigh, and they couldn't get it off the ground. Oh, yeah.
Man.
Oh, there's bad Santas out there. The Irish Santa, have you ever seen the Irish Santa?
No.
He's the one like crashes the sleigh into your roof and then stumbles to your chimney and throws up down it. The Irish Santa, big Santa. The black Santa, he comes down the chimney with an empty bag and leaves with a full one. Yeah, you knew about that Santa. I see. You probably grew up in that neighborhood. There's the Greek Santa.
Yeah.
Actually, he doesn't come down your chimney. He comes in the back door. It's a Greek Santa. Okay, and then there's let's see, there's a German Santa.
Yeah.
He's kind of a fun Santa. He like comes down your chimney and then orders everybody into the living room while he searches upstairs for any presents that you might have tried to hide. Puerto Rican Santa's about 8 weeks late, though. He couldn't get his sleigh started. Had to find somebody to jump it for him. Okay, and there's an Italian Santa, but he's just afraid to start his sleigh. And the post office Santa, of course, is always kind of fun, but he doesn't get there till about 2 weeks after Christmas, usually. And there's the Romanian Gypsy Santa. He brings the family gifts and then stays for the next 2 months. There's lots of Santas out there. Christmas is fun, isn't it?
Do you start your own car?
Do I start my own
Or
car?
do you have someone, do it for
Okay, it's a joke. Let's see what happened. People get upset about all kinds of things. Donald and Marley got into it again.
Yeah.
Donald Trump and Marla Maples got into a screaming match in a hotel lobby in Washington, D.C. Marla screamed that she would never marry Donald, no matter how much money he made, and then threw her diamond engagement ring at him and stormed off. And Donald stormed off. And then later, Donald returned to the front desk to try to find the ring. Asked if they'd picked it up and claimed it and took the ring. So, these seers said they hadn't seen money thrown around like that since Congress adjourned. It's a stormy romance. A stormy romance.
The woman should never throw a $250,000 ring at her face. Don't ever do that. A man in Florida, a surgeon, is being treated unfairly, and it kind of concerns me when something like this happens. A female patient had filed a complaint against the surgeon, Dr. Brett Luskin, and now the state board says he cannot treat females unless a female assistant is in the room with him. Now, what happened, a female patient took a photo of him with his pants around his knees, grasping his genitals. Now, he said he tricked her into doing that.
How do you trick somebody into doing that?
It happens all the time.
Oh, really?
You know, a woman says, hey, I bet you can't, and next thing you know, you're doing it. So my heart goes out to this innocent man. What?
Get out of here. Christmas Carol time coming up. Stand by.
Do you believe in Santa?
No.
He never comes at all.
Can we get away with that?
Rudolph the brown-nosed reindeer.
WMJI Magic 105.7 FM. That is Rudolph the Brown-Nosed Reindeer.
Next up.
8:09. We've got to hurry because heaven is almost full.
That's right.
What Jimmy said, heaven, only 80,000 spaces
Well,
left.
that was this morning. Now, by now.
Yeah, now there could be a few more died. Could be down to about 78,000 by now. You never know. Your time could be coming up. I believe heaven's a lot like the NBA playoffs. I've always believed that.
You do?
Yeah, eventually everybody gets in. No matter how bad you were. The William Kennedy Smith trial continues. Yesterday, in the Smith trial, Judge Mary Lupo threw a Newsweek reporter out of the court for the day because she said she saw him smiling during a graphic sexual discussion.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Threw him out of court. He was smiling during a graphic sexual discussion. Judge said she was afraid it might turn into a media circus. Okay, she didn't actually say that.
Come on.
No, we wouldn't want this to turn into a media circus. No. Also, 2 visitors to the Kennedy compound testified at the time of the alleged attack. William Kennedy Smith had not shown any unusual behavior, and that there, quote, didn't seem to be anything different at all. Well, outside of that pair of pantyhose hanging from his nose. Hey, yeah, he said there was corks popping and loud music and people screaming. Everything seemed perfectly normal.
The old Kennedy compound.
Nothing out of the ordinary here. Oh, yeah. All right, it's 10 minutes after 8 o'clock. WMJI, Magic 105.7.
This is going to be a tough case to decide. Are you familiar with the dispute involving the Florida lottery? Some people here in Canton, Ohio, had a coworker who moved to Florida, and when the lottery hit this big jackpot, she bought tickets for them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they won. They had one of the winning tickets.
Okay.
Okay, now the lady in Florida, is suing them for $6 million, saying that was her commission for buying the ticket.
Commission?
Right. Now, her lawyer, and what is a very convincing case, says that she faxed them some information that she wanted a commission, and they faxed back an agreement. Now, when she faxed it to them, her words were, this is a quote, "My commission will be 40%. You didn't think I was doing this out of the goodness of my heart, did you? Just ask Matt, the old boss of hers, I have no heart. And they faxed back to her that they would agree to her stipulations if she would agree to leave her husband and move back to Ohio, and then ended ha on their fax. Now, she said she took that as confirmation. She is now entitled to $6 million share of that lotto. Now, how would you rule on this, Judge?
Well, is she going to leave her husband and move back to Ohio?
No.
Well, then, of course, that violates that rule.
They said they were just joking when they told her she could get the $6 million.
Then say, look, okay, I'm serious about that, but you got to leave him and move back to Ohio.
Man, I can't believe she got a lawyer to take this one. This is really...
A lawyer? You mean a lawyer would take a case like that? Oh, can't imagine a lawyer doing something.
There's a rumor around, lab technicians have found, that they don't want to torture a rat. They will use...
Sorry, what? Ladies and gentlemen, here's the way we play. We're going to get two people on the phone, and you're going to have to name that Dick. We're going to give you somebody, and you're going to have to tell us who it is.
Okay.
And their name is going to be Dick. All right?
Okay.
It's a famous Dick. And if you can tell us who it is, you'll win. You'll have 10 seconds. And what'll you win?
A family 4-pack of tickets to see the holiday film classic White Christmas.
White Christmas.
Starring Bing Crosby. It's all part of the big Royal Holiday Film Festival at the Palace Theater, Saturday, December 21st at 3 p.m.
Fine.
Plus a Lanigan and Webster Morning Show shirt, courtesy of Daffy Dan.
You want to play Name That Dick?
Sure.
You do?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Jan.
Hi, Jan. How are you today?
Pretty good. How
All
are
right,
you?
let's see if I can get somebody to play against you. Hello there.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine.
You're going to play Name That Dick?
Okay.
Okay. The way it works now, we've got, what's her first lady's name, Jan?
Yeah.
All right, and second lady?
Patty.
Patty and Jan. Okay, we've got Jan and Patty. You both claim to know a lot about... Anyway, you both... Fine. See, this isn't going to work too well. Okay, what's going to happen here? 10 seconds on the clock, and somebody's going to have to name that Dick, all right? And we'll give you a name, and you got to figure out who it is. Are you all set?
Right.
Jan? Patty?
Yeah.
Okay, 10 seconds on the clock. And let's see, our first Dick today...
Now, will they have to buzz in or something?
Yeah, buzz if you think you know the answer.
Okay.
Can you make a buzz sound, Patty?
Mm.
Okay, Joan?
Jan. Buzz.
Jan. Okay, good. So we got a buzz.
Okay.
Just so we know you're ready to answer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 10 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Time to play Name That Dick, a drunken actor married to the same woman. I'm sorry, go ahead.
How about Richard Burton?
Richard Burton is it. Absolutely.
Wow.
That was Patty, I believe.
No, I'm Jan.
Oh, that was Jan.
Man, Jan knows.
Boy, does Jan know her dicks.
Oh, my.
Whoa.
I am impressed.
We're all pretty impressed, okay?
Uh-huh.
Jan, congratulations.
Thanks.
Care to go for 2 out of 3 dicks? No, I think we'll just give you the prize. No problem. You'll be our retiring champ at this point. Patty, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And, good luck with everything, okay?
Uh-huh.
Jan, are you there?
I sure am.
Hang on a second, because here's what you won.
Got a family 4-pack for you to see the holiday film classic White Christmas, starring Bing Crosby, part of the Royal Holiday Film Festival at the Palace Theater, Saturday, December 21st at 3 p.m., plus a Lanigan and Webster Morning Show shirt, courtesy of Daffy Dan.
All right, Jan, what city do you live in?
I live in Highland Heights.
Jan from Highland Heights, you won. Name that Dick. Hang on a
you.
second. We'll get the information. Ladies and gentlemen, gefilte fish Joe. Gefilte Joe and the fish.
What am I doing here?
Take a walk on the kosher side.
A bunch of kids. Is enough singing already?
Yeah.
You sit? Let me out of here, Gaddy. I gotta go get a sandwich or something.
Okay, that's enough. Never be able to go into your neighborhood again, huh, Malone?
No, they will not. I'm in trouble
You
here.
have Jewish neighbors, do you?
Yes, very nice
It's all
ones.
meant in fun, okay? It's a fun song.
No,
It's such a fun
they
song.
understand that, I
It's a
think.
fun song. It's about 25 minutes after 8 o'clock at WMJI. Magical 105.7 FM. Let's play one more time. It's 5 things in 10 seconds.
5 things.
All right, 578-1105 or 1-800-669-1057. You can call us from anywhere, toll free on that particular line. 1-800-669-1057. It's 5 things in 10 seconds. And if you want to play, call us right now, and we'll give you a chance to win. Let's go back to the phone. Hello there.
Hello.
Oh, want to play?
Sure, I'll try it.
All right, what's your name?
Russ.
Russ, listen carefully. 5 things in 10 seconds. Give me 5 great songs by Manili Vanilli.
Oh, come on, give me a break.
Oh, man.
All right, maybe that was a bad one. Okay, all right. Let me start over again. That was unfair. 5 things by... All right, clock's going. 10 seconds, 5 TV personalities.
Ted Danson, Shelley Long, Kate Jackson, Dan Rather, and...
Man, that is incredible.
Boy, I'll tell you, you won it all over the place there.
Some of the ones he came up with.
Yeah, Shelley Long and
Kate Jackson.
And these are people that haven't done it for a while, you know.
Well, he watches a lot of Nickelodeon, obviously.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Try it again. 578-1105. Okay, we're going to play 5 and 10 one more time. 5 things in 10 seconds. Hi there. Okay, you don't want to play. 5 things in 10 seconds. Hi there.
Hi.
Want to play?
Sure.
What's your name?
Sue.
Sue. Okay.
Name 5 cuts of beef.
Tenderloin, flank steak, filet mignon, New York strip steak, pot roast, roast beef,
She got
egg
it.
roast, whatever.
Not
She's
bad.
done it. I am
Did it right.
impressed.
5 things in 10 seconds. What's your name?
Sue.
Sue, congratulations. What city do you live in?
Thanks. Willoughby Ho.
Here's what you won.
Okay, Sue, we got a family 4-pack for you to see the holiday film classic Miracle on 34th Street. It's all part of the Royal Holiday Film Festival at the Palace, Sunday, December 22nd at 3 p.m. with our own Scrooge, John Lanigan, plus a Lanigan and Webster morning show shirt courtesy of Daffy Dan.
It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a real Christmas event for you and a great movie, and you'll have a good time. We'll sing carols. We're going to give prizes away, and you could be a big winner. You never know.
Great.
See you there, okay? Hang on.
ESPN wants to know.
According to a nationwide poll of new parents, classic names like John and Mary are no longer popular. They're out. They're no longer popular. You know what the classic #1 name for boys is?
What's that?
Anybody want to guess?
Bubba?
Bubba. No, Shane, that's close. I'm sure that was there in the top 3 or 4, but it was #1.
I would think Rex.
Rex.
Todd.
Todd. Christopher.
Christopher.
Christopher is #1 for the boys. And for the girls, what do you think?
Jennifer?
Marilyn.
What?
Marilyn.
No.
Jennifer?
Jennifer is #1 for girls.
Hey, Shane knew that.
I have a daughter named Jennifer.
See? You follower.
I have another daughter named Bubba.
Bubba. Yeah, okay, so that's #1 for boys. Christopher, #1 for girls. Jennifer. Kindergarten roll call must be a living hell. But they're very yuppie names. Jennifer
yeah.
and Christopher are very
Yeah.
yuppie names. I can expect that from a yuppie weathercaster.
No,
like
my
Shane
daughter's
Hollett.
16, so that was before the yuppies came into force.
Oh.
They just said, boy, that's a nice name. We'll use it. you know?
How high up was Zeke on the list?
Or Zach.
Zeke.
Zeke.
Yeah.
Okay, Zeke's just having his own family and he's marrying his sister, okay? So Zeke wasn't available for the survey.
Oh,
Sorry. Coco the gorilla, who's been taught sign language, having a hard time finding a mate.
Right.
So you know what they did?
What?
Showed her videos of gorillas, male gorillas from around the country. Couldn't decide. Kept showing her videos of male gorillas from around the country. Took a while for her to find a mate because I guess several of her choices were already happily mated with other female gorillas. And, they were not too happy about Coco going, I'll take him. Plus, they said most of the eligible male gorillas had been already snapped up by the producers of the TV show Studs. So it's kind of hard to find some available male gorillas. But I guess they've come close now, and they're trying to find a suitable male gorilla.
That's the one that Nadume is going to her.
Mm-hmm.
How's Timmy doing?
Timmy's fine, I guess. Everything seems to be okay. And
Yeah.
they showed Coco Timmy's picture, but she didn't seem interested, so moved on. Oklahoma City Sunday, an actor in a local production there, had to fire a shot.
This is a good story.
Had to fire a gun. That's loaded with blanks. I mean, you do that in plays once in a while, and he had to fire a gun. Shot the director in the armpit. Somebody had taken the gun and bullets out and put it in real ones.
Oh, my.
So he fires the gun, shot the director in the armpit. They've narrowed the suspects down to like the local theater critics so far. People are coming out of the show going, well, the acting stunk, but the special effects were dynamite. Guy looked like he was really shot.
I thought they were supposed to use like starter's pistols or something. I would never risk my life on a play.
Yeah, the guy points a gun at you and pulls the trigger. It's a real bullet. The director had to go, oh my God. Okay.
I'd hate to be typecast after that. you're the guy we can shoot for real.
God almighty. Well, you ready to play?
I am ready. I am
All
poised
right.
and ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to play Moron Trivia. Now, the way Moron Trivia works, you've got to come up with a moron question. Like, give me an example of a real moron trivia question,
What was
Jimmy.
one of the ones we had before?
If a plane crashes on the Mexican-U.S. border,
Where will they bury the survivors? They
But-
don't bury survivors.
We don't want, when did the Cherokees leave the reservation?
1838. I knew that.
1838. All right, 578-1105, or you can call us toll-free from anywhere if you're a moron and you know a trivia question at 1-800-669-1057. Let's see if anybody out there can do it today. We've had trouble in the past getting some good moron trivia questions, possibly because we've done this bit long enough that we've probably used up every moron question that's ever been conceived by the mind of man. But if you think you have one, feel free to call us right now. Shane's got his duck ready to go. And all you have to do is try to stump us with your moron trivia question. Hi there.
Good morning.
Do you have a moron trivia question?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And if you can stump us, you'll win the tickets for that wonderful publication production on Sunday at the Cleveland Palace Theater. It's going to be a great show. What's your name?
Okay, Harold.
Hi, Harold.
How you doing?
I'm going to hold back a little bit this week instead of
Don't
just...
hold back, Jimmy. We need your expertise.
Thanks,
okay. All right, Harold, let's go for it. Time to play moron trivia. Let's see if you can stump us.
Okay, only one man in their history of sports has played for the Celtics, the Bruins, and the Red Sox. Name them.
Boy, this is... People just don't get what moron trivia is.
That is a trivia question.
That's a trivia
question.
question.
That I don't know.
It's not a moron
and,
trivia question.
Yeah, we need like a trick question.
Gotta be a trick question.
What is the answer, by the way, for all of us sports fans?
That's John Connolly, the organist.
John Connolly, the organist.
Hey, that's a good one.
See, now, when you look at it that way...
I think he's got to win.
Yeah, that's a good one.
John Connolly, the organist, has played for who now? The Bruins?
The Red Sox?
Yeah, I wouldn't...
Celtics.
That's what you call a... You have to come and pick up a prize here at the studio, sir. Come around. Around 11 o'clock tonight.
We'd like you to stop by and pick it up because we're going to beat you half to death.
What a ridiculous question.
We give it to him for that?
I say no.
I say no.
I say yes. Good question.
Jane, what do you say?
No.
No.
I mean, it's... Yeah.
I like the way you're so decisive. All right, we're going to give it to you. We'll let you be a winner on Moron Trivia.
Can we give away another prize?
I don't know. Hang on a second.
Can we have another question?
Don't go away. Let me try another one. Hi there.
Hi.
You want to try one?
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
You have a real moron question?
I think so.
Go for it.
Okay, what weighs more, an ounce of sugar or an ounce of gold?
Ounce of
sugar.
Yeah. Shane,
go ahead.
Is it a troy ounce?
Right.
Well,
you haven't answered the question, though.
An ounce of gold is a troy ounce.
Mm-hmm. It's a troy ounce. It's an ounce of gold, sir.
Right.
If it's a...
Thank you. Bye-bye. Hi there. Anybody else got a moron trivia question? I don't think so. Well, I'll try one more. Hi there.
Hello.
Do you have one?
I sure do.
Go ahead.
Okay. If it took 5 men one day to dig up a field, how long would it take 10 men to dig up the same one?
They wouldn't have to. It's already dug up.
You read the same book I did.
Okay. They wouldn't have to. It's already dug up. But that was an example of moron trivia.
That's
a good one.
Good example. Hi there.
How many Lanigans are buried in Grant's tomb?
How many Lanigans are buried in Grant's tomb?
not enough.
They say that LSD never gets out of your system. Once it gets in there, just...
I'm sorry, sir. I have no idea. How many?
How many? They don't bury Lanigans in tombs. They bury them at the bottom of the sea with the lawyers.
Okay, good. Well, obviously you have a little too much time on your hands this morning, but thank you for calling us.
He worked hard on that one, too. Very
Hi there.
Hi, Lance.
Yeah?
I got one.
Go ahead.
If an old man was sitting on the couch, he wanted to turn the lights off. Will he be at the light when the light turns off, in the middle of the room, or back at the couch?
What was that?
All right, now wait a minute. This is good. Let's
There's
do that
possibilities
again.
here.
All right, now do that again for us.
Okay, if an old man was at the couch, he wanted to turn the lights off, where would he be when the lights went off? At the light, in the middle of the room, or back at the couch?
At the light.
Wrong. He'd be in the middle of the room.
Why?
Because he would have hurried back up before the lights went out. Because he would have thought he did it.
Ernie.
Because what? Because he would have hurried back over there before the lights went off?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
That's a slow light.
Yeah.
Ernie.
All right, Ernie. Is this Ernie?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What book was this from, Ernie?
Ernie, don't ever try this in school, okay, Ernie? Don't ever try this on any of the kids in school.
Okay.
No, he'll be at the light when he shuts off the light. He won't make it back to the middle of the room before the light actually goes off.
Unless he was very quick, Ernie.
Trust me, Ernie. This is trust me on this one. I know.
Okay.
When he shuts the light off, he'll be right there at the light.
We've tried it, Ernie.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's it.
You're hearing the Lanigan and Webster Show, starring John Lanigan, John Webster with the news, Tony Rizzo with sports, Duncan Shane Hollett with Magic Satellite Weather, David Moss with WMJI in the Sky Traffic, and the one and only Jimmy Malone as the Beaver.
WMJI. Happy organ.
That's right.
Made a mistake there. Hi, it's 11 minutes before 6 o'clock at WMJI, Magic 105.7 FM. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Magic 3-day forecast. I've got some good news, and I've got some bad news.
Oh, really? You do?
Yeah, the high today will be the upper 80s.
Oh, really?
What's the...
Bad news?
Bad news.
That's the wind velocity.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, it's kind of true. In the middle of the night, a brief period of very strong winds occurred across this part of the state. 2 to 2:45 this morning, there were gusts up to about 50 miles an hour.
I'm asleep.
I was awake.
Well, I was, that will cause, some problems.
I didn't really. The waves are real high on the lake. I noticed
Right.
that, but I honestly didn't notice the waves in the wind until I woke up this morning.
Yeah. So, but
wasn't
they're
rattling
still,
the house. But yeah, it's pretty strong out there.
Yeah, and it is going to be kind of easing out as the day progresses here and get a lot better. The high yesterday was 39 degrees, and the low was, we were on the air, it was 10. So the average was 25.
Don't say it that way.
Well, we were on the air, the low. I never thought of that. Yeah, it is the wrong way to put it.
Well, the low was when Jimmy was on the air, actually. It happened during that specific moment.
We got very little official snowfall yesterday, just a trace, about 1/10 of an inch. No sunshine at all. But now things are going to be on the improve a little bit. Right now, out over the lake, we have northwest winds gusting to 25 and running in there 20 miles an hour out over the lake. But it is much warmer, 30 degrees. Now, we expect temperatures to get up to about 35 today with mostly cloudy skies, and the winds will die down and switch a bit in the afternoon.
We got I have Sunday.
That's
You're
right.
going to be there, right, Jimmy?
No, I wasn't invited.
Oh, you weren't?
No.
Well, consider this a personal invitation from me.
Mm-hmm.
They come out and join us for the ride through Chagrin. We'll put you in the little hay wagon there with the kids, and you can ride through, and you'll have a great time.
Won't he
maybe I
frighten
will.
them? Won't he frighten them? The kids, I mean. And what about those horses? They're old. I don't know, they could take it.
You're right, John. Forget it, Jimmy.
Okay.
We have 30 degrees at Hopkins, and right now 28 degrees in downtown Cleveland at 8 minutes till 6 o'clock.
Today's word is
John Doe.
John Doe is what prostitutes make their bread from.
John Doe.
If you don't believe me, look it up.
Yo!
Oh,
And now,
boy.
ladies and gentlemen, Chris Smith, Cleveland traffic. Fine, do it. Let's go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Got to use the Bobby Boris Pickett and his Monster Mash and all, but that was a real monster, folks. That was
Boy.
Lon Chaney.
Wow.
He was really the Wolfman. Did you know that?
I
mean,
did
he
know
really
that.
was a Wolfman. When the sun went, he really had hair.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a movie fish. It was a real monster.
Wow.
It wasn't just a special effect.
I did not know that.
Oh, it's true.
I like to watch it when things went out of focus and suddenly there was hair on his hands.
Yeah. Then as you got older, you realized why things went out of focus
Yeah.
so they could get the hair on his hands. Seemed like a great effect for a while. And I was like, rack focus, okay, put the hair on his hands. All right, focus again.
That's right.
That was a great monster. Lon Chaney, that is the Monsters Holiday. Lanigan, Webster, and Malone. It's finally Friday. I got to talk to my agent, too, see if anything's happening for me. Okay.
Oh,
A lot
okay.
of things going on out
All
there,
right.
and I don't know. There's a recession. I thought I'd call Bernie Shelley this morning.
Yeah,
and say-
Bernie Shelley here, possessive artist.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Bernie, it's Lanigan in Cleveland. Could you talk?
Hey, buddy boo, listen, can I get back to you?
Huh?
I've got a much bigger name on the other line.
Bernie?
Oh, hold on just a minute. Kesley! Tell Nina to hold on to her 99 looped balloons, and I'll get back to her shortly. Hey, buddy boo.
Yeah.
Am I so glad you called?
Right.
Working hard for you, still trying to get you a guest shot from some big television show out here in
Great.
Hollywood.
Well,
but it's rough. It really is. You know, the
I know.
recession and all. Incidentally, gotta tell you, I went to a big party last night.
Really?
Ended up in a married menage a trois.
A married menage a trois?
Yeah, me and 2 headaches. I'm fun. You know I love you more than my folks.
Thanks.
Hey, listen, nothing for you here at the moment, as I said, but I am finally getting a chance to work on Anita Hill's new movie of the week that she has written about her well-known experiences,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean. And I'm trying to sell her script to the network.
Well, what's it called?
What else? The Hanging Judge.
Good morning, anybody. We have 28 degrees downtown now. It's 6:09.
Interesting stories out there to talk about this morning. In Chicago yesterday, a man who John Webster covered died.
Richard
Yesterday in Chicago,
Franklin Speck.
mass murderer Richard Speck, who killed 8 student nurses, and that was a story everybody remembers in the 1960s. He complained of chest pains. He was taken to a hospital where he died of a heart attack after buzzing for a nurse for over 2 hours. Yeah. Well, he's completed his life sentence, so I think he's eligible for parole now.
Yeah.
Yeah. See him in hell.
Yeah, that's right. See you in hell.
He was an...
All right. President Bush yesterday chose a new chief of staff, Samuel Skinner. The Secretary of Transportation will replace the abrasive John Sununu. the Secretary of Transportation, replacing John Sununu. How appropriate.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. As long as they're going to travel like this, let's put a Secretary of Transportation in there. What the hell? Sununu wants to know if he can have Skinner's old job. Can I please? Can I? I like that airplane part a lot. Can I have that job, please? In Skinner's early days as transportation secretary, he dealt with so many plane crashes, earthquakes, and oil spills that he ended up with the nickname the Master of Disaster.
Wow.
Which is true. I mean, that's what he basically had to deal with. So he was known as the Master of Disaster. Kind of sounds like the perfect guy to try to manage the Bush White House right now, doesn't he?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, the Master of Disaster is here, and he's in charge.
Plain Dealer has, their Cheers and Jeers column every Friday.
Yep.
I kind of hesitate to read this one, but I guess
What?
it's my job. Jeers at the tendency of very important people to arrive in Cleveland at rush hour, nodding traffic. Vice President Dan Quayle, Republican, compounded his scheduling lapse Wednesday by visiting while commuters were trying to navigate this second snowstorm of the season. It then goes on to say it's a shame that Republicans won't stay out of our city and quit causing...
No, it doesn't say that. The Republicans will stay out of our city.
Well,
and quit
maybe...
causing- Yeah, that didn't say that in the Jeers section.
I just ran out of space. I thought I was just...
Excuse Mr. Quayle for daring to come in during a snowstorm, which, of course, he didn't know was going to be here.
But
It
rush
happened,
hour.
And there it was.
He knew it was rush hour.
That's a dumb jeer.
That's a dumb jeer.
He knew it was rush hour.
That's a stupid
dumb jeer.
He knew it was rush hour.
Even for a prejudiced, biased Democrat like you ought to see through that.
He knew it was rush hour, didn't he?
No, he didn't know. I mean, he had a scheduling thing to get to, like anybody else, and that's a dumb jeer.
Very important
Stupid,
people.
minor, petty.
Jimmy, when should he arrive? Like 3 o'clock in the morning?
I think he shouldn't come at all.
Oh, so your answer is that we should never have anybody that's a Republican visit our
Did you
town.
notice that they only
Thank
blocked
you.
it off there for a minute or about 5
it wasn't
minutes?
bad. It was,
Shut down the
A
shoreway.
weak, puny jeer. I know it. Shane knows it. Webster knows it. The only one who is obviously blind to that fact is Jimmy Malone.
Well,
As
when it's in
the
print.
Democrats have been blind to most of the problems of this country.
When
for
it's in
most
print,
of
you
the
can't
year.
argue with it. You know that.
Right now, it's 28 downtown at 626.
Oh, we see what's on the movies this weekend.
Okay,
And
good.
Great.
Star Trek 6 opens up this
Right.
weekend. Great news, Star Trek coming out. But a lot of good movies are coming to town, so let's check it out.
Hello, thank you for calling the Bijou Triplex Theater.
Hi.
In response to Mrs. Godless, the atheist next door, we are changing the name of the holiday family film All I Want for Christmas to All I Want for Gift Day. We're also removing the plastic manger scene from the backer bar across the street.
Oh, boy.
I see.
In Theater 1, an insightful movie about one meek man's marriage to a female longshoreman. It's The Butch Wife. Theater 2, for adults only, a slightly different version of the animated cartoon classic. Warren Beatty goes in search of some American tale.
Oh,
And in Theater 3, Zsa Zsa Gabor stars as a woman with a strange fetish for her cactus in Prickly Business.
Oh, my God.
Thank y'all for calling
Thank
the
you.
Bijou Triplex Theater.
Oh, my gosh. Some American...
Hi there, Chris Smith.
Hi there.
How Magic 105.7 FM. It's the 6th of December, 1991. And what do we have tomorrow?
We have Saturday.
Yeah, but
December
what is it?
7th.
December 7th, the day that will live in infamy. It's when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor. A lot of people still hold a grudge.
Right.
A lot of people still are angry about it. I personally don't feel we should hold a grudge because of their act of infamy. Because for one thing, you might raise our rent.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't make them mad.
Well, it's silly to hold a grudge anyway.
Yeah. I mean, they own half of America now, I swear to God. They bought Rockefeller Center recently.
They did it with hard work.
That's right. Now we have to go look at the Radio City Wildcats.
That's true.
All right, 631 WMJI Magic.
There was a time when we were doing the same thing, you know.
I know.
We owned most of everywhere just like they do now.
I see.
I heard that the Japanese is not the biggest foreign owner of U.S. property. I think it's the
British are.
yeah.
No,
Okay.
none of that's true, okay?
Is it?
No. Number one, in I think overall maybe owning right now because of the long history of it, might be the British. But the Dutch were number one as far as purchasing stuff in this country up until the
could
last
be.
year.
But I do believe the British
Japanese
own the most.
Are now number one. Japanese buy more than anybody else. They're far and away number one. But overall, yeah, you may well be right. If you go back and look at everything since, the beginning of
Right.
country. The British probably do own more, but the Japanese are catching up very, very fast. And the Germans are right in there, too. And Canada buys a lot and owns a lot of property here. But a lot of people think the Japanese will eventually.
You know, there was a great show on ABC last night, kind of the Pearl Harbor thing with David Brinkley. But what they did talk about was how America was such an isolationist country before the war, you know.
Right.
And we've always had that tendency to be isolationist. I think maybe all of this will end up with turning into more of a world community.
That's what everybody's hoping. At least a lot of people are hoping for that.
Yeah, but see, we don't get to go over there and buy stuff. That's the problem.
Well,
What do you mean we don't get to go over there and buy stuff?
They don't. The other countries don't give us the same freedom to go over there and buy property the way they come over here and do it.
Well, I mean, this is a free country. We were built on a philosophy, and we can't suddenly change the philosophy because they don't play the same way.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there's it'll be a world ownership of the U.S., but we won't own as much stuff in other countries.
Well, part of the reason is our dollar is so weak we can't afford to do it. We look to them to come over here to prop up our economy by putting their money into our system, and that's what they're doing. Our dollar is very weak abroad right now. We don't have that kind of money. The only area that people really question is Japan. Nobody says anything about the fact that we're not buying up Germany. Can't afford to buy up Germany. Look at the price of their property compared to our dollar's value. We're going to do this on Monday, folks. We're going to get into this, and I got a feeling we'll have Webster and I on one side, and the liberal Democrats sitting over there going for isolationism on the other
How
side.
could you dare
and it'll be
prejudice
interesting
the
to
audience
see that.
against me?
I just heard it right now by saying, yeah, but we're not allowed to do this and that and this and that. I got a feeling I know how the battle lines are going to be drawn. It's going to be the isolationist Malone against the world order of Lanigan and Webster. Should be good. Should be interesting.
I like that, the world order.
The world order.
What I go through on a daily basis.
Well, is that not what you just said?
I did not state whether that was good or bad. I was stating a fact.
A fact of what? We're not allowed to go over there and buy stuff?
That's all. I'm not saying it was good or bad. I'm not saying what is proper.
Would you like to see an isolationistic country?
I'll think about it over the weekend. Then I'll
you can't give us an answer right now. You can't say yes or no to
I'll
that.
say something. We're going to go to news. See, Malone's an idiot. Here's news. So I'm not buying it. Forget it. Forget it, man.
I won't say Jimmy Malone's an idiot. Here's news.
Here's news. Let's go.
Fine. 635 WMJI Magic 105.7 FM with Lanigan WMJI Magic 105.7 FM, Lanigan, Webster, and Malone.
8 people in Fort Lauderdale were rescued from a burning Motel 6 by firefighters. A motel caught on fire. One thing I've noticed when there's a motel fire, like in a regular fire, you see a lot of people standing around. Yes, I was in there. Yes, I got out.
Yeah.
When a motel catches on fire, you don't see people standing around going, yes, I was in there. With
You see people with a shirt in their hand, a pair of pants, and are running for their car. And basically, they got their hand over their eyes. And they're not trying to shield themselves from the heat.
Well, in a way, they are,
Yeah, right.
Rogers Jewelers makes it easy to show.
Mama.
No, yo mama.
Hey, yo mama, Daly.
Yo mama.
I've had it with yo mama, okay?
I said yo mama.
Let's play the game. It's WMJI Magic 105.7 FM. And now, it's the WMJI Q Crew IQ test.
And you can win a pair of tickets to see the Pulitzer Prize-winning comedy You Can't Take It With You at the Cleveland Playhouse now through December 31st, plus dinner for 2 at the Roxy Bar and Grill.
Our question today, what state has the most lakes? What state has the most
What state
lakes?
has the most lakes?
That's
easy.
I know that.
I know that.
A nice easy one today.
578-1105. Let's see how we do. Well, I guess not there. Hello there.
Ohio.
Ohio has the most lakes.
Incorrect.
No, it does not. Ohio doesn't even come close. Hi there. Hello. Hello. I don't know.
You're out of here.
Hi there.
Michigan.
Michigan.
Incorrect.
Nope. But I'll bet Michigan's high up there.
Yeah.
I would imagine. There.
Hi, it's in New York.
New York.
No, I can't believe this. I thought this was going to be so easy.
All right, let's try another one. What state has the most lakes? Hi there.
How about Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
No.
All right, then I got another answer that I think must be it. Hello there. Any idea what state has the most lakes?
California.
California.
No.
No.
I am shocked.
You said this was going to be an easy one.
I thought it was a piece of cake.
Hi there.
How about Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania.
No. I got to give a clue. What the?
Let me go for, hi there.
Florida.
Florida.
We have a winner.
Fine.
I thought this was a giveaway.
Florida has the most lakes?
Right.
I just took a wild guess. I thought it was Minnesota myself.
I thought it was
did too.
Minnesota, too. Minnesota is known as the land of 1,000 lakes.
I know, but this one has
You think
more.
Florida has 1,001
Nice.
They have something like 30,000.
lakes?
Holy cow.
Holy cow.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was surprised. That was an expression.
Oh. Hi, what's your name?
My name's Steve.
Hi, Steve. How are you today?
Slowly waking up.
Yeah. Do you believe that answer?
Sure I do.
Florida? You think it has the most legs?
No, like I said, I thought it was Minnesota,
Yeah.
but
All
I'll
right.
take Florida.
Yeah, I think Jimmy's lying to us, but I have no control over him, so.
Jeez, what
I
I
don't
go
know.
through. What I go through.
Well, what city do you live in?
Cleveland.
All right, here's what you've won.
Well, Steve, we got a pair of tickets for you to see the Pulitzer Prize-winning comedy You Can't Take It With You. It's out of the Playhouse now through the 31st of December, and dinner for two at the Roxy Bar and Grill.
Oh, great.
All right. Hang on a second. We'll get the information because you are a winner. All right, about time for the news. Now, get ready. Because coming up, we've got another quickie. Feel like a quickie?
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm a little tired.
Whip it to me.
Yeah, that's it, John. How was that?
Oh my God, I'm not sure I can get up. Yes, indeed. We have 28 downtown too. It's 7:10.
Hi there, Lanigan, Webster, and Malone, WMJI Magic 105.7 FM. Hey, let's see what's going on around the country today. Pretty good news. Gainesville, Georgia's Christmas parade about to take place. It'll be featuring a float entered by the Ku Klux Klan.
Right.
The Klan's going to have a float in the Christmas parade. The theme of the float, you know what the theme of the float is?
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Yes, it's I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Ku Klux Klan float going. And you see, free speech says you cannot stop them from doing that.
Right.
You have to let them do it.
That's ridiculous.
No, it's not ridiculous. It's the way this country works. It is not ridiculous. If we can tell people, hey, you want to burn a flag, that's your business. That you cannot tell people you can't get into a parade because you're some nut group.
Well, okay, why can't you walk around saying I'm going to kill a president?
Because the killing of a president is illegal.
But you really can't go around saying you're going to kill somebody.
You just can't do that.
But a group can stand up and say we hate blacks and they're scum of the earth and that's okay.
That's fine.
It's not that it's okay, it's that it's legal.
Yeah, but just because you say, okay.
So what are you going to do? You're going to restrict that? Like every group then suddenly said, well, I don't like Weathermen anymore.
Well, I think society...
Well, they could just as easily pass a rule that says that, if they passed it one way and said then they could pass it against the blacks, not let them protest.
Yeah,
for
suddenly the black groups that are rather vehement against whites would then be illegal too. You cannot stop this type of action, okay? You cannot stop the right of free expression in a society like ours. And that's all that is a right of expression. Now, we may look at it as a bunch of idiots, but it's still their expression, and they live in a free country, and they have that right. Plus, they heard the song I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas came from Berlin. It's Irving Berlin, you white-headed freaks!
Oh, they must go nuts at white sales.
Anyway, they are going to have their parade, and I, for one, say let them have it. I don't see
I do
any
too.
problem
It's
with
like
it.
they'll just look like idiots and let everyone see
Yeah,
how
let
dumb
them
they
look
are.
like idiots. We have a right to
When you
look
put
like
on
idiots.
a stupid
and-
sheet and walk up and down the street with a cross, I mean, people are going to look at you for what you are.
Yeah.
An out-of-touch, old white fool, okay? And if you want to do that, great. Have a good time. But the rest of us are going to look at it like a Halloween outfit, which it really is. Animal rights activists back in the news again today. They want pets now to be called companion animals.
Oh, gosh.
I kid you not. This prompted a professor at the University of California, Santa Barbara, to wonder aloud if Penthouse Pets would then be renamed Penthouse Companion Animals. And you know what happened to him?
What?
15 women filed sexual harassment charges
my.
against him.
Oh,
God.
my.
Mm-hmm.
When's it all going to stop?
That's kind of what I wonder sometimes. You see, he basically was saying the stupidity of the animal rights people was evident in their, we're calling them companion animals now. They're not pets anymore. So facetiously, he said, well, I guess that means that the Penthouse Pets will now be Penthouse companion. And then 15 women filed
Right,
charges.
and I can
against
understand
him.
why. It was a vicious slam. Oh, my.
Sure.
Unbelievable. But that's what's happening to us. It's a good thing you didn't suggest that cat houses be called petting zoos.
Oh, I like that one. Oh.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. There's a mystery here. I don't think this will ever be solved. This is going to go down in history as one of the unsolved mysteries of all time. Kenlock, Missouri is where it happened. A delivery truck was robbed in September, stole bottles of liquor.
Okay.
And they hadn't solved it yet. Although I should point out, Wednesday, police seized 30 bottles of liquor from the office of mayor, police chief, and 2 aldermen and another police officer.
No, that wouldn't be. No.
This liquor were
Uh-huh.
some of the stolen liquor. No explanation how it got to the mayor or the police chief or the alderman or the police officer. I think this will go down right next
Yes,
to who
indeed.
killed Kennedy, who stole that liquor.
By the way, Bosco the dog.
Yeah?
Bosco the dog, who was elected mayor of the small town of Sunol, California.
Wait a minute. You just said something there.
Bosco the dog was elected mayor of a small town in California called Sunol. And Bosco the dog has retired after 10 years in office. He's been in office for 10 years. Bosco the dog has retired. Reports say that a female companion is carrying his puppies.
Come on,
Shocking
John.
stuff, you know. A female companion is carrying his puppies? Who could it be? Deborah Winger. And, of course, like any retired politician, he'll just go home and lick his wounds, so it should work out fine. Bosco has retired. 7 o'clock. Boy, that's a big show this morning. A lot of people coming through here today. Jeff Foxworthy will be joining us this morning from the Improv. Mike Boyd, head basketball coach at Cleveland State University, will be here. Did you play basketball at all, Jimmy, when you were in school?
You're trying to rub it in, aren't you?
You didn't play basketball?
You're trying to rub it in, aren't you?
I'm not trying to rub anything. I was just asking as a concerned
You know
person.
that I was a terrible basketball player.
You were a terrible basketball
Right,
player.
you know that.
You didn't play basketball.
I played,
I
but I
suppose
was
you played,
horrible.
what, tennis or something silly like that?
I did play tennis.
Oh, you played tennis.
Basketball was pretty bad at.
I played basketball.
Yeah.
In high school, I played basketball. I was the only white guy on the team.
Right. That's right. You were the only guy on the team, too.
No, I was the only white guy on the team.
Oh,
They
okay.
nicknamed me Spot. Actually, the only reason they put me in was to give the game films contrast. They said that was the only reason I was actually ever sent into the game.
Were you
We
any
had
good?
I was great. I was, yeah, it was quite. We had a 7-foot tall center.
Yeah.
He only missed one game. Got stuck in the driver's ed car one time and couldn't get out. Other than that, he was great. Yeah. You didn't play basketball.
No, I played, but I was very bad.
Well, it's
very
gonna be pretty
bad.
interesting when Mr. Boyd comes up here and has to talk with you. It's 24 after 7 o'clock at WMJ. Jimmy Malone this morning, and that's about the best I can do. But
Stuck
hey,
with.
I'm sorry, that was a bad choice
Yeah.
of words. Let me try it again. I've got Jimmy Malone sitting with me this morning, which is, gee, a thrill to me.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite thing in life.
I can only imagine.
Sitting here with Jimmy Malone at this hour of the morning. Maybe not my favorite.
No.
Maybe it's my second
You
favorite.
say, oh, no.
Probably not my favorite, sitting here with Jimmy Malone at this hour of the morning, but
Your second.
could be my second favorite.
What could possibly be like your favorite?
Thanks to sitting here with you at this hour of the morning.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing is picking my nose just before handing my license to a cop who's just arrested me. I think that's my favorite thing to do. But you're a close second.
I appreciate that.
Just so you feel better.
I'm excited today.
I can tell.
I have proved
Maybe
my
if
point.
you were to sit down, we couldn't tell.
That's not what I mean.
Ah, sorry.
I am officially declaring winter over today.
Winter's over
And
officially today.
Today, and we are no snow, no cold, no windshield factors, no more of that stuff.
Nothing.
The season is over.
So what's next?
And we're going to have an extended pre-spring. Temperatures hovering between 38 and 48 between now and March, into March.
It's going to be so pathetic when that storm comes in here and buries us, which it will. We know it will. Everyone knows it will, except Jimmy. It's going to be so horrendous for you after declaring that winter is over.
Over.
Uh-huh.
I guarantee, as my buddy Rizzo would say.
Guarantee.
Guarantee.
Winter is over.
Over.
No more snowstorms, no more blizzard.
no
It's
windshield.
over.
38 will be the low, 48 the high from now until March.
Okay. Well, I can't wait. Should be fun. So your shovel's pretty well going to go to waste.
Gone. Just put it away till next year.
You only took it out one time.
I know. I just enough to prove that it
How
worked.
much did you spend on this incredible shovel? How much money did you go out and spend on this shovel?
$39.
$39 on a shovel.
And well worth it.
Now, it's a shovel that you push, and what does it do?
It has an auger in it, so as you push the shovel, the auger turns and just pushes the snow off to the side. And it really worked great that one day. I got a chance
Auger
to use it.
shovel.
Right.
$39.95.
Right.
You don't plug it in.
No.
And run by gas power.
Nope.
You have to push it yourself through heavy snow.
Right.
An auger shovel.
Right, but it's not heavy. It doesn't matter how heavy the snow is to you because you don't lift it. All you're doing is just roll it, and it just moves
pushing it
aside.
into snow drifts that are a foot, 2 feet high.
Well, that's a minor point.
Mm-hmm.
That's a minor point. But it doesn't matter
If you don't push hard enough, the auger doesn't move.
Yeah, but it doesn't take a lot of pushing.
Mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't take
You
a lot
haven't
of
had
pushing.
much snow yet.
Well,
you haven't seen what kind of pushing it's going to take.
Well, it's not. Well, I won't find out this winter.
It just, to me, seemed like one of the dumber things ever conceived by the mind of man. And you often wonder when you see something like that, it's like, yeah, look, it's a shovel you got to push. It's got an auger in it that, like, throws the snow off the driveway. But you don't really have a chance to plug it in or anything. You have to push it through the whole thing. And you can't help but wonder when you see something like that, who would be dumb enough to buy one of those? Like, I wonder who would buy one of those, dear. Can you imagine somebody being that dumb?
I bought two.
Bought two?
One for home and one for my office.
Really?
Yeah.
2 auger-driven.
I'm just a pushing fool.
Jimmy Malone snow shovels. Well, for your sake, let's hope that it is next spring. Because I can see your little butt out there pushing that auger through the snowdrift, and it's not going to be a pretty sight. And it's not going to be something that's going to work well. But what the heck? It's Jimmy Malone's idea of winter.
Yeah.
Getting out there and... See, a lot of people have the idea of getting one of those gas-powered snow blowers. You know, you start that up and it drives right through. Not Jimmy.
No.
Jimmy's out there pushing his shovel with his little auger, which then makes it, of course, about 4 times as heavy as a normal shovel through the snow.
Right.
Good. And that may give you some insight as to why he has proclaimed winter over. It's like a desperate man who's hoping beyond hope that I never have to get that damn shovel out again. But, hey, who am I to criticize? Right. Somebody saw you coming. You don't see that on Wheel of Fortune. Pat, I think I'll take the auger snow shovel over there for $50. Never that I've... You know what I saw last night?
What's that?
The Jewish Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, boy.
It's brand new.
It's
the Jewish Wheel of Fortune.
How does this work?
It's really a lot of fun. It works just like all the other Wheel of Fortunes. It's just a Jewish version of the Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
And you'll hear contestants saying things like, "Hey, Pat, I'll take that for $39.95. Pat, knock $50 off the ceramic dog, and I'll take it." And you get phrases like, "You never call, you never write," things like that you got to figure out. "I should drop dead where I stand." You know, phrases that you would really know. It's the Jewish Wheel of Fortune.
I'm in trouble again. I can't go home again.
This morning's show is being brought to you, by the way. We have a new sponsor this morning.
Oh, great.
The new Discount Club 'em Yourself Fur Shop, which is a great way to get a fur discount. And we want to welcome them to the program this morning. It's the end of... Well, it's the end of another year, basically, and the start of a new life, new year. Everything's going to be better in 1992. Things are going to get better, Jimmy. Things are going to improve. Economy's going to get better. Republicans will be in the White House.
You heard what Bush said.
What'd Bush say?
He said he could win re-election even if the economy doesn't turn around, which is to me is his way of saying, I have no idea what I'm doing here, and be ready for it, folks.
I think the economy is going to turn around. I think it's going to be a slow one, but I think we're going through a change in our lifestyles a little bit. We're getting away from expensive stores and shopping in discount stores, and we're finding out that there's a difference there. We're beginning to become entrepreneurs again. We're beginning to network, and a lot more people are working at home, and lifestyles are changing where the husband maybe takes care of the kids and the wife goes to work. There's just a lot of things going on out there. We should talk. And plus, we're going to do a show next week on, and I think it'll be kind of fun, old things that used to be around that aren't around anymore that you'd like to see back again.
Oh, great.
I mean, like milkmen. Remember the old days of milkmen would come to your door and leave the milk on your doorstep?
That was kind of neat.
You could have some cream, or you could have whatever you wanted. You ordered it, they brought it, and left it right there. Milkmen are making a comeback around the country.
One of the most exciting things as a kid was to see a bottle of chocolate milk.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Absolutely.
Man.
Wow, Mom got chocolate milk. I remember back in Nebraska, we'd get fresh whipped cream for your cereal in the morning, which was the worst thing I could possibly eat at that point in my life. But that didn't bother my mom. She had be great, big, thick whipping cream you would put on your cereal.
I never had that.
Globs of cereal cream. Well, I was being in a farm community where you got that fresh cream before the FDA got a hold of it and said, that's downright illegal. But it was fun. So we'll talk about that on Monday. Things you'd like to see come back that used to be around. It'll be more of an entrepreneur show because there are people out there starting up businesses. They got laid off. They don't know what to do. And they finally said, to hell with the rat race. We're going to do it ourselves. Maybe you can come up with some of the things you'd like to see back again, and maybe somebody will hear that and decide to try it. There's some good stuff out there right now, and I think there's some people with good ideas.
Oh, boy.
Actually, I did have a great morning show open prepared.
Oh, you did?
But I sold it to a Japanese disc jockey.
I bet. And he paid top dollar, huh?
Damn right he paid top dollar for it, okay? It's my part to export, and that's what I'm doing. So you'll just have to settle for this, okay? Mics don't work, things are screwed up. There's somebody in Japan, though, going, oh, no, I'm not. And all three people came in on perfect unison. That's what happened. I sold it to a Japanese disc jockey. If you don't like it, Jake, tough. Bush is over there right now trying to get more exports, and we're doing our part.
You have. That's
I'm
wonderful.
doing what I can. Times are tough out there. People are going bankrupt. People are having difficult times.
More than ever before.
People are having poverty. Poverty is terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Bankruptcy is terrible. You know the difference between poverty and bankruptcy?
What?
No.
Like poverty, it's really easy. Poverty is when you don't own anything in your name. Okay, that's poverty.
That
like
is
when you
poverty.
don't own anything in your name.
All right.
Bankruptcy is when you're really glad that you put everything in your wife's name. That's the difference between bankruptcy and poverty. Because, for people out there that are going through either one right now.
Yeah.
You have hit on it.
Yeah.
You have hit on it.
So you are clear on how that works, folks. All right, it's 23 minutes until 6 o'clock at WMJI, Magic 105.7 FM, with Lanigan, Webster, and Malone, where we do more before 6 o'clock than most radio stations do in the entire day.
Wow.
Really, yeah.
That's my new catchphrase for the day.
More before 6.
We do more before 6 o'clock than most radio stations do in an entire day.
That is great.
It's not true, but it's really a pretty good phrase, I thought.
Good phrase from the Army.
What phrases are?
What phrases are, right? These are just mindless people reading liners put in front of them by mindless programmers and put down by management, and that's it, okay? So we'll just make up our own phrases and lie to you. We'll be like everybody else in town. I've kind of got a new attitude, you've noticed here.
Yeah.
On to how we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Is everything okay otherwise?
Oh, everything's
Fine with
fine.
me. You
have a good
Everything's ready to go.
couple days off, John? You ready to work?
Oh, yeah. Boy, I'm hot and ready. I'm like Marion Barry.
Like Marion Barry.
Well,
Hot
did you hear?
and ready.
Obviously. Did you hear about this guy? What is this? What jail is he in? Let me, if I go to jail, please arrange for me to go to that jail.
Did you hear about it, Jimmy?
Yeah, I've heard about it. I'm researching that, and we'll have
I'm sure he will.
some
We ought to
further
send him
developments.
undercover and see whether it could happen to him.
All right, for those people who didn't.
All right.
Somehow I had a feeling John would probably sniff this one out. I'm sorry, that was a bad way to put it.
I guess it was. Sorry.
John would probably search this one out, but it was a story that was in the paper recently. Marion
Yes.
Barry,
It's a big story
former
this
mayor
morning.
of Washington, D.C., was in a visiting area and where he received visitors. Now, this prison does not permit conjugal visits.
No.
Not even one-way conjugal visits. And he was there with this woman who came to visit him, and there must have been, I don't know, 30 or 40 other people in the room.
These visiting rooms look like, a lunchroom with a lot of tables around and everything.
Just a big area.
Yeah.
And there was like another guy that was in prison, was real close to him, whose wife and family were visiting.
Yeah.
And Marion Barry had a girl there who was performing oral sex on
Supposedly.
him in front of everybody.
He denied it yesterday.
Well, I mean, he can do whatever he wants, but I think if enough people saw it, they might say, no, I think it possibly was.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, he had a smile on his face, frankly.
But it's like, look, I'm in prison.
Yeah.
What are you going to do to me if you don't like it?
Well, he could be disciplined.
Yeah, they take
Yeah, right. What, like they don't give him any more gruel? Sorry, you'll take away your gruel shipment today.
No.
But what I wonder is how, 40 people, and this is supposedly going on. What are people like trying not to look or what?
That's what would be tough if you're in that room with, your wife and your kids and you're not allowed to do anything with her, and you're thinking, God, Marion, come on, I got enough problems as it is. You think I'm not under a little pressure here, too?
Apparently, some people were repulsed, and other guys were trying to figure out where the line started.
Yeah.
So we're not. It was a little bit of confusion.
Could you introduce me when you're done?
Now, what's interesting, the guy who turned him in played cards with Marion. Marion had joined his little card club, and him and Marion were also in aerobics class together. So it could have been a little tiff between the two.
Not a lover's quarrel.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible.
Golly, I'd hate to see that happen.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to check the penal code.
Yeah,
I'm sure. The penal code and see if there's
I'm
anything.
not sure that falls under the penal code.
Well, why not?
See if there's anything against such activity.
Well, I'm glad I brought it up because I knew that would be important, and we'll be keeping you posted.
Right.
I'm sure.
I'll probe this all morning until I get to the bottom of it.
All right.
I was afraid the story would come up today. I just knew.
Come up? Oh. Come
I
up,
just
yeah.
knew that with this crew that I have to work with, it would rear its ugly head somewhere throughout the morning show. And it has. They actually talked. They found the lady that was there and talked to her.
Yeah.
And she said,
Here's that from...
And now, 3 minutes before 6 o'clock, Marion Barry sings the enchanting Come Softly to Me. Come Softly to Me with Marion Barry. At WMJI, Magic 105.7 FM. Do you suppose you'd call Marion Barry a hardened criminal now?
Hardened criminal.
Something to think about this morning. But as we continue, it's Monday. Lanigan, Webster, and Malone. Getting ready for it. Beat it.
Grab yourself a roll and heat it.
Carl, you a Michael Jackson fan or what?
Pansy? Heck no. And frankly, after looking at his new album cover, Black or White, that's a good question.
So why the sudden serenade of Jackson music this morning? Beat it, grab a roll.
Well, somebody's viewing a reel of his videos in the lounge, and I was moved.
Did you see the uncensored reel of Black and White?
Oh,
videos?
yes. Young Thurman and I enjoyed that bit of entertainment together, and believe me, I don't understand it. I don't get it. He grabs his crotch and gets $1 million. I grab a crotch and I get in trouble.
You got into trouble for grabbing a crotch, really?
Well, actually, it was someone else's.
That's disgusting. Of course you get in trouble. You grab somebody else's crotch.
I was under the console fixing something, and I reached up to the stool for my soldering iron. How did I know someone was sitting there?
Well, people do sit by the console. I mean, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, just too bad it was the boss's wife.
So not a big Michael Jackson fan this morning, I assume.
No, I'm sorry. She's not my type.
No. Cut it out, Carl. Just cut it out, okay?
All right, I know. She's not a girl. I can tell the difference.
Yeah?
You know what's hard, though? Telling the difference between a boy sardine and a girl sardine.
Oh, really? How do you tell the difference between a...
You wait and see which can they come out of.
God. Get out of here.
Good morning, anybody.
We have a lot of things to talk about today. We'll be coming later today. We're going to be talking to Marion Barry, who's going to be giving us a blow-by-blow account of his weekend. I guess he had a pretty good weekend, and he'll be talking about that.
Yeah, I guess things came to a head over the weekend.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I don't think we need to get too graphic here, but I think we got the idea. How many of you people actually give...
This whole story is too hard to...
You think you'll be up for it?
Too hard to swallow. I'm sorry. Thank you. Get out of here. How many of you people... a report shows only 20% of Americans donate $1 of their taxes for the presidential campaign. You have that little box. How many people give $1 of their taxes for the president? Malone's thumbs down. Rizzo thumbs down.
I do.
Webster does. Shane's a tiebreaker here.
I don't.
Okay.
I used to, but I gave up.
So it's 40% out of this group. 20% nationally is all, though. Only 20% actually donate $1 for the presidential campaign. So, what do you have to spend on something worthwhile, Jimmy? What do you go for?
No, I just don't believe in wasting my dollar
on
a
presidential campaign,
right.
on the freedom to elect a president, to live in a free land where you can decide who's going to be the governing person.
And I think that if the incumbent should not have a campaign, he should be able to, if he's done a good job, that's it.
Yes, he stays in.
He shouldn't have to tell people what he's done. If he's done a good job, they would know.
They would know.
So the only person who needs money is the challenger.
All right. So 20% do that. Also, a new poll shows congressmen have a lower level of esteem among voters than ever before. The esteem of congressmen as an all-time lower level, which is interesting because, now, finally, pimps and lawyers and used car salesmen can feel superior to somebody. It's been a long time coming, but it is finally here.
I think it's time for the women of the world, the young women, to straighten out the young men of the world.
What's the matter?
Well, I was reading in the paper today, young men are starting to now use more snuff and chewing tobacco. Okay, now they're already running around in these weird outfits. They got the stupid haircuts. Now they're using snuff and chewing tobacco. What the women need to do is when a guy comes to your house on Saturday night with a stupid haircut and his pants on inside out, chewing tobacco, all you have to do is say, "I'm sorry, we can't go out. You look like an idiot." This would stop in a weekend. By Monday, all men would be back to normal haircuts, dressing up, taking showers and stuff, if the women would just do their job. I have spoken.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel so much better now.
Yes.
Nice to see the socially conscious Jimmy Malone visiting us this morning. Roses are red. Violets are blue. Jimmy's are gray. And John's not wearing any. Okay, Bobby Vinton, WMJI Magic 105.7 FM, Lanigan, Webster, and Malone. Now, today's question.
Yes.
Why was it necessary for kamikaze pilots to wear helmets?
I know. Wasn't that dumb?
I've always wondered about that. I was watching one of those movies the other day where the old Jap's diving into a battleship in his plane, and he's got a helmet on. I'm thinking, what the hell good is that going to do?
Really?
What has he got the helmet on for? Huh?
What a waste.
They could have saved a great deal of money if they'd have just eliminated the helmets. Because, hey, you're already diving into a destroyer.
I know why.
Why?
When he made contact, they didn't want his head splattered. They wanted it contained in one spot to make it easier for the relative.
23 minutes after 6 o'clock. That's the stupidest answer I've ever heard.
It was worth a try.
Okay, all right, I'll give you another one. Let's see if you can do good. Captain Hook, the movie Captain Hook. Hook's really big right now.
Okay.
Hook's a big movie. What was Captain Hook's name before the alligator bit off his hand?
Captain Hand?
Oh, that's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
What was it? It wasn't Captain Hook before. Was it just a coincidence that it was Captain Hook? And he ended up... No, it wasn't. It was something else.
I have to be honest, I never thought of that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, think about it.
That is a great
Captain Hook. What was his name before the alligator bit off his hand?
Do you know the answer?
I'm not sure. I think I do, but I'm not positive. I may or may not. I don't know. Anyway, something to think about. Well, I'm sure we'll get somebody out there who probably does know from the story. I'll see if it confirms what somebody told me. But I often wondered about that. What was his name before the alligator bit off his hand?
Hey, speaking of...
Because we only think of him as Captain Hook.
Right.
Speaking of helmets, did you happen to watch the Buffalo game yesterday?
No.
One of their players had a helmet that was... I didn't know if he had a huge head or what. The helmet was the biggest helmet I'd ever seen in my life. It was distracting. It looked like an alien.
I didn't see that.
I'll have to, maybe Rizzo knows what happened.
Large helmet, huh?
Humongous.
24 minutes after 6. I love it. It's called Indian Lake. Take their clothes down and wash them against a rock in Indian Lake. That's the way they did it. 6:30 at WMJI, Magic 105.7 FM, on January the 6th, 1992. A day that will live in apathy. I'm just trying to get going today. There's certain mornings it's really tough to get started. Mm-hmm. Days when you just don't feel like doing this, okay?
Oh.
It's one of those mornings where you feel a little bit like Snoopy right after the Red Baron. Crash to the earth in flames.
Yeah.
Some days you don't know your ace from a hole in the ground. Anyway, I still don't have an answer on Captain Hook.
Yeah, I hate it when you do that to me, too.
I don't have an answer on
I've lived for
Captain Hook
years, and it never bothered me until now.
Now you'll wonder about it for the rest of your life. If anybody knows, give us a call. Also, the giant helmet that Jimmy saw was a space alien who was playing. That was the answer.
No, I mean, I'm serious.
A space alien landed and actually was discovered playing for that for the
I am
bill.
sure that I'm not the only one who saw it. This guy's helmet was humongous.
Huge. Okay. Well, he was a space alien. That was the answer we got. 6:30 at WMJI Magic 105.7 FM. Lanigan, Webster, and Malone.